Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be graphing f of x equals x squared, so just the parent quadratic, and also g of x equals 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 as well. So I've written some steps here that indicate how we can graph a function, a quadratic function specifically, that is in standard form. Now, of course, one way to do that is to just switch this to a different mode. So either change this to vertex mode or change this to factored mode and, just graph it the way we know how to graph those ones. But what if we want to keep it in standard form and still graph it? There is a way. The first step is to find the axis of symmetry, because keep in mind the axis of symmetry also indicates to us the x-coordinate of the vertex. So once we found the axis of symmetry, we know where the x-coordinate of the vertex is, which is very useful, because after that, we're able to find the minimum or maximum value, which is the y-coordinate of the vertex. And then we use the a value, which is our leading coefficient, 2 in this case, to know whether or not we should reflect in the x-axis, and also whether or not we need to stretch or compress. Sorry, this says stretch / reflect. It should be compress. Sorry about that. Let's fix that. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. Let's start with the first step, which is find the axis of symmetry. So we want negative b over 2a. So x equals negative b. B is negative 6 in this case, right? B is the coefficient of x. And that's going to be over 2a, so over 2 times 2. That's going to be 6 over 4, which is 3 over 2. Okay, so therefore the axis of symmetry is x equals 3 over 2. So I'm just going to draw that here, right? 3 over 2 is the same as 1.5. So our axis of symmetry is like that at 1.5. Okay. Next, I'm going to find the minimum or maximum value here. So to do that, I need to find g of 3 over 2, or 1.5 is fine as well. That's going to be 2 times 3 over 2 squared plus, or I guess minus here, minus 6 times 3 over 2 plus 4, which let's see what that's going to be. Well, 3 over 2 squared is going to be 9 over 4. So 2 times 9 over 4. And then minus 18 over 2 plus 4, which that's going to be equal to, let's see, 9 over 2, which is actually, I'm just going to put this in decimals at this point, 4.5 minus 9 plus 4. So we got 4.5 plus 4, which is 8.5, minus 9 is negative 0.5, or negative 1/2. Okay, so therefore our full vertex is going to be 3 over 2, comma, negative 0.5. So negative 1/2, which is going to be right there. And I'm actually going to label that just because it is in between the points. It may be slightly unclear what it is. So 1.5, negative 0.5 is the vertex. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the a value, which is our leading coefficient here, which is that value right there in pink. That's our a value. And if it is less than 0, so if it's a negative number, we should reflect in the x-axis. We should do a reflection across the x-axis, right? Or in this case, since we've already found the vertex, our pseudo x-axis. And then if a is not equal to 1, we need to stretch or compress by factor of the absolute value of a. So in this case, we have a positive 2, so we can actually just skip step 3 because a is indeed not less than 0, it's greater than 0, so therefore we do not need to do any reflections. But it is 2, and so that means we need to stretch or compress, in this case stretch by factor of 2. So normally we would have the pattern over 1 up 1 over 2 up 4. In this case, it's going to be over 1 up 2 because we're multiplying by 2. And instead of over 2 up 4, it's going to be over 2 up 8, right? Up 4 times 2, which is 8. So let's do that. Over 1 up 1, which in this case is up 2. So this next point is going to be 2.5 rather. 2.5, and then 1.5, because we went up 2 from negative 0.5, And then, of course, this one must be symmetrical. So that's going to be um, 0.5, 1.5. And generally with a quadratic, I like to do at least 5 points. So I'm going to do 2 more for the next one over. Right, next we normally do over 2 up 4, but because we're multiplying everything by 2, it's over 2 up 8. Okay, so up 8 is going to get us all the way up to 7.5. Like that, because it's up 8 from the vertex, right? And the vertex is at negative 0.5. So once we add 8 to that, we get 7.5. There we go. And I'll label those points as well. That's 3.5, 7.5, and this one is negative 0.5, 7.5, like that. And then I'm just going to connect my dots. Actually, I'll connect them with a different color here. And there we go. So now we have our g of x function. So this is g of x is equal to 2x squared minus 6x plus 4. Oh, and I guess I never did graph the original function, the f of x equals x squared. So I will do that now. There we go. And there we have it. Okay. All right. Well, as always, let me know if there's any questions in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one.